Nova Inglaterra TV. Nova Inglaterra TV.
We'd like to introduce Paulo Salgueiro. Thank you, Paulo, for your commitment to education and to our community. Please, tell me about yourself.
Thank you. My name is Paulo Salgueiro, like you said. I'm 23 years old. I'm a recent graduate of Anna Maria College. I graduated with a bachelor's in criminal justice and a minor in sociology. I'm currently pursuing my master's degree in criminal justice as well at Anna Maria College, and I'm a candidate for city councilor at large in the city of Attleboro.
And why are you running?
Well, a few reasons. The main thing that really got me into wanting to run, last year the city budgets was really messed up. They laid off 60 plus teachers at one point, but then they were able to bring back 30 or so, but there was still 30 teachers that didn't have jobs in our school system. And currently, we're still lacking in teachers and resources for our special education departments in our school system. So I want to make sure education is being prioritized at City Hall. That's a big thing for me. I still have a little brother in the school system. And even so, our student-to-teacher ratio isn't the best, and they sometimes even put classes in the cafeteria because the classrooms are too crowded. And that's a major issue for me. That was a really driving force for me to get involved.
Maria Salgueiro, you are the mother of the candidate, Paulo Salgueiro. How does it feel to have your son running?
I'm very proud of my son, because I know he'll do his best.
And how do you see him as a future politician?
I see him really good because he loves helping people. It's not about him, it's about helping others.
How does it feel to have your firstborn son running as a candidate for city councilor here in Attleboro?
Very proud. And he was always a kid, he always liked to help. He used to go to work with me, he always wanted to help, make donuts and stuff. He always, so I'm very proud.
Senhora Maria, é avó de candidato para conselheiro municipal. Como é que se sente como avó?
Contente.
E conhece-o desde pequenino. Como é que acha que vai ser a sua reação quando ele for eleito vereador da Câmara de Attleboro, o seu netinho?
Penso que ele vai fazer bom, por acaso, uma pessoa muito inteligente, gosta muito da nossa comunidade portuguesa. Penso que ele vai fazer bom trabalho. Penso que sim.
My mother's from San Miguel and my father's from Terceira.
My goodness, and there you are, a great combination of two wonderful islands.
Indeed.
And your parents, I understand they're supportive?
Yes, they've always encouraged me to follow my dreams, so everything's just happening, it's surreal. But.
Any one particular wish you'd like to see changed in city government?
It had to be one wish.
As many as you'd like.
A few things. I would like, oftentimes in politics, I feel like there's a disconnect between the residents and politicians. So I'd really like to see that change. I'd like to, door knocking is the best way to really do it. So when I go out, I door knock, I hear I always say, what's your major concern that you have? And I think that should be done across, whether it's City Hall, state reps, state senators, Congress senators. And I understand a senator can't do the whole state, but at least the major parts, at least get out there and actually hear what the residents are saying. And then I'd like to see more research-based policy. I feel like sometimes we vote on things that it's not proven to be effective or not,
I think a lot of people are going to see him. He's a very hard worker. He likes to go out there and work for the people and help them, and he's not for himself,
And when he becomes a city councilor, we're going to have a proud dad.
Oh yeah, I'll be very proud, yes. Because he's such a hard worker and he deserves it, to help other people.
How do I think city council will change my son? And a lot of different things, like he loves to get involved with people, hearing people's problems, and and I know he'll do his best to help every single person if he can.
Paulo, this is your neighborhood. You were raised on the streets, you played on these streets. And how does it feel to now want to take a role of making the difference for the children of the next generation?
Well, it's amazing. You know, it's the same thing. It's kind of similar to, you know, I can relate it back to, you know, immigration. When people come here, they want to live the American dream. They want to give more to their children than they had. And it's kind of the same concept that I have. I grew up here, and I want to make sure the children growing up here had more opportunities than I did. You know, I had great opportunities, but I still think you can even have more opportunities for the next generation. So this is my palm card. The election's November 7th, and I'd really appreciate it if I could get your support, and I was wondering if I'd be able to get your vote.
Yes, you do.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Dialogue is so important because when people say, oh, I can relate to you, well, how can you if you haven't really talked to that person or that community?
How could you make yourself available to the public?
Variety of ways. So nowadays, social media is huge. You know, if my Facebook page, people can reach me. I mean, I message right away. I mean, it's right there. Everyone's on their phone nowadays. Email.
How about a nice Portuguese lady that does not like computers, does not own a cell phone?
Okay, well, you can still have office hours in the City Hall. You know, if I'm in City Hall, I would have a certain time, so many hours a day to be there, so anyone can come in and talk. And I still think you should set aside a time to actually go out in the community. Even if you're elected, that doesn't mean you have to stop talking to people. You're elected, you can still go out there, knock on doors and say, hey, how are you? Or even hold different events, you know, open forums where people, you know, there's different halls. You can just have an open forum, say, hey, anyone from the city, come down, we're just going to talk about whatever issues you want to talk about.
And education made a difference for you. So therefore, the importance, is that how you feel?
Oh, without a doubt. You know, it's interesting because as you're growing up, you don't understand the value of certain things until later on in life. So once you're learning and you understand those values, and if you can teach it to someone already growing up, then it's just bound for success. Graduating was a really big thing for me, graduating college. I was the first one in my family to graduate from college, so it was a big accomplishment. I graduated from Bristol Community College first, so I got my associate's degree. And then I went to George Washington University for a semester, and I came back to Anna Marie College and graduated with my bachelor's. So that was a major thing that's like, all right, now the real world's coming now, so now you can really start to make changes. Nowadays,
Children, they seem to have a little bit of something lacking. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think, you know, I find like every child is trying to find like their niche, their one thing that they really enjoy, that they really love. You know, role models in their lives. I had a lot of role models. I had a lot of mentors. So every child's looking for that one thing, and then once they have it, you know, the sky. You know, some people find sports the one thing that they excel at. You know, and even sports gives a lot of opportunities for children to go to college and to move on if they get the scholarships that they need. So.
And you think you'd also be interested in being a role model for some of the children?
Without a doubt. Even me now, I still have, you know, presidents and certain politicians that I look up to, you know.
For example, you want to share?
Sure. Franklin Roosevelt, he was our president, you know, created Social Security for the working class. Those little things, and he was also during the Great Depression, and a president to go those terms during that type of lifestyle and that environment, it's a lot to take on. And but I think, you know, he was for the working people, for the working class, and open forums are really important, I think. So when people go, well, we don't know how to solve it. Well, the more brains, the better. So why not have the whole community just come together and just talk? You don't have to argue about things. You don't have to debate it. I mean, you can debate it and, you know, have your opinion, but any idea can be a good idea. You don't have to be a politician to have a good idea. You know, you don't have to be a public official of any sort to have a good idea. Residents, they come with great ideas, then you just try to work with everyone. So I'd like to see open forums happen, open dialogue, and more research-based policies. I think to really understand an issue, you need to research it in depth, see what's proven. Like if something's proven to work somewhere else, then why can't you also have it in your city?
Are you looking to be a career politician or to give your contribution and then go on with another career?
Right now, I just want to focus at city council. Whatever, you know, if I look at it as if there's a position where I can make a difference, then I'll try and pursue it. You know, if I really think it's the right thing to do at that time, then I'll do it. You know, I have my criminal justice degree, so if I obtain a career in criminal justice, I'm still making a difference in helping people. So that's the ultimate goal, is just to help. My mother's from San Miguel, my father's from Terceira, yes.
And how did this wonderful combination came about for a nice, stable home?
Just hardworking values that they were brought up with trickled down into our household growing up. So it was a great environment to grow up in and a great environment to be in.
We just came from Paulo Salgueiro's house. He's running for city councilor in Attleboro on November 7th. Don't forget to vote for him. No dia 7 de novembro, o dia das eleições, você esteve a conhecer Paulo Salgueiro, que está a concorrer para vereador da Câmara Municipal de Attleboro. Para Nova Inglaterra TV, com Ricardo Amaral, Maria José.